Alright guys, we're back with the Outer Worlds. I don't know if I played it yesterday, but we're not going to go into it too much. Basically the last thing that happened was a spaceship crashed. So we need to go to where that spaceship is. Take a quick drink and then we will fast travel to the nearest area. Okay. No idea what that was. Alright, best bet is... try here. Take some of this loot. Cheers, guys. And the good thing is, because we're in good with both of them, they're not going to attack us. They're just going to attack each other, unless we have to pick sides, which we will come across very soon, I'm guessing.
No neutralizing effect on that toxin. Cleaning cycle complete.
Alright, good job. We definitely need to upgrade our weapons again. Just because we want to be able to fight these enemies, and with obviously at the moment some enemies die easier with certain weapons to other enemies, obviously. Take that adreno. Okay.
Dirty! Clean up the competition!
Okay, it definitely looks like there's something over there. Okay. I think by the looks of things, obviously the Mancy Queen has a thicker shell or a harder case. Because obviously the assault rifle does well against every other enemy apart from them. Saying that, obviously the enemy I just faced was a lot tougher. Okay, let's figure out what happened to this ship.
Readying for standby mode upon command affirmation. Entering mode now.
Yeah, me too. You have fun, Captain.
So what's this assault rifle like? Alright, tell you what, I can give one of these weapons to our teammates. Okay, didn't mean to do that. Where have I just put that now? Okay. Where's that gun that I just dropped into the junk? Sorry, I'll just put it somewhere. Okay. Requires gunship captain's key to unlock. Okay. UDL RQL MKIV gunship. Ship ID Cantankerous Canid. Error: Captain Matsu's captain's key is active, but his life signs are no longer detected on the bridge. Logging flight hours while not present for duty is a violation of UDL policy. Okay, we've got the gunship captain's key. Run diagnostics. So diagnostic report: main terminal online, bridge controls offline. Engines technically functional, hull integrity don't ask. The MKIV gunship's operational parameters have exceeded acceptable damage ranges. The cost of any repairs necessary at your nearest UDL repair facility will be averaged amongst the crew. Few logs. Captain's log November 12th, 2354. CE's saying something about spare regulator bypass something. Chikushu. I'm turning this thing toward the groundbreaker, firing up the engines and retiring. Better to be arrested than lose power and drift out into space. I just hope this old bird can handle one last trip. Captain's log November 21st, 2354. How in this law-forsaken colony is it so impossible to requisition parts? ? My chief engineer is barking at me to order yet another damn thing, and I can't even get a response from corporate. Captain's log January 3rd, 2355. Another day, another ship lands on Terra 1 and we can't shoot them down. That makes... I've lost count. What's the point of being out here if we can't get some backup? ? Start Mayday message playback.
Hello, my name's Jen. I'm the chief engineer on this gunship, and I'd like to let the record show that our captain is a total fucking hullhead. I told him again and again that without fixing our regulators, setting up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are, thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
All right. Well, that was a bit of a stupid thing to do then, for them to die. That's barred, I'm guessing. Back this way. That's barred as well. Alright. No worries. Let's go up the ladder. Pick up Cantankerous Canid targeting module. Retrieve the gunship's targeting module. Okay, so we need to travel to this area. When it actually lets me fast travel, that would be great. There we go.
Sam, I've got a question. Do you use alcohol as a cleaning agent? I've heard some folk do that.
Alcohol-based cleaners can compare to Samson, Ray. Acid spray.
Let's go to Graham, because I think he's the better out of the two leaders, personally.
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Sounds like a fair deal.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him. Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats. Stand down. I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer? How can you say that, after all I've done for the Iconoclasts? They wouldn't be here without me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No. I escaped the corruption of the endless cycle of corporate greed. Yes, I ran from that. But now I'm ready to face it once more. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught, I built the iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Incoming! Don't mess with us.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it? I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line. You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
Did we make the right choice then, guys? We're gonna go with it, but I just can't see.
Guess I'm in charge now. Still trying to figure out what that means.
I don't know. We'll see.
You got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it? Yeah?
Okay, we need to go to Sanjar first. Oh, we're encumbered, are we? Alright,
Unit's air purity sensors are indicating a lethal level of inebriation emanating from a nearby organic...
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch.
I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts.
They're all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way for us to work together.
not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish. You too?
He has a point, sir. And it's not all bad.
Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts. That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first. Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in Cascadia. Bring it to me, and I'll see if she's qualified.
Okay. So we gotta tinker with some of these things. Terminal brought you to by, in brackets, enter company name here, enter company name here, enter slogan here. Welcome to Rizzo's Employee Monitoring and Human Resources portal. Executive reviews, here to assess your progress, question mark. Grab a can of Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch, sit back and learn how you can sweeten your career. Note all employee reviews are property of Rizzo. Misuse of data may result in fines, loss of employee perks, and negative reviews. Executive review Zora Blackwood. Zora is a top-notch sawbones with a good heart for working under pressure. She knows how to assimilate large amounts of detailed information to make quick decisions. Her competence and decisiveness have allowed her to restore more than a few limbs and digits lost to carelessness around the machinery. Recommend for Employee of the Month. Executive Review Cecil McClure. Cecil's enthusiasm for Rizzo's products is unmatched and he displays an impressive knowledge of company products. He's exactly the kind of worker we need to keep out at our storefronts. Do not promote beyond store manager. Export executive review for Zora Blackwood to external datapad. You have gained Zora's executive review. Awesome. Went to the wrong one, my bad.
Say, as a purely hypothetical thought exercise, if I were to boil leather in manti blood to give it a nice purple hue, is there a way to get the stench out afterwards?
Recommended dry cleaning service for fabric type, incineration.
Fair enough.
Any luck bringing the iconoclast to the bargaining table? I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module while we delay. Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
All right. I'll have Celia organize a meeting in neutral territory, the old OSI church in the ruins. Meet us there, and we'll discuss terms.
Okay, so where is this? literally outside this south gate. This guy moved on
My boy
yet.
says he'll only stay a few days before returning to Amber Heights. Can't you speak to him for me?
Don't drag other people. Don't worry about me, Captain. Mama and I'll work this out.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
If it were, I wouldn't be standing here all vulnerable like.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain. Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far. But that means I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it. Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. You know, there was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar.
Chauffeur, peace in our time.
Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Gotta be honest, Captain. Never thought I'd see the day. You've done a good thing for Monarch here.
I'm happy that has been sorted.
Hey.
Awesome. We can give this to Nyoko. Nyoko looks like she's got a shit ton of She's obviously highly upgraded. Alright. So that's Edgewater. Okay. So what we'll do first is we will go to the Groundbreaker. Where's the Groundbreaker now? There it is. Not the Groundbreaker or ship I was talking about. Okay. Happy days.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Miss Nyoka's so capable, you hardly notice how sad she looks.
Hey, Cap. Parvati showed me how to properly grease the magazine release on one of my firearms. She's a smart one, you know. Opal was quiet in the same way. She'd hang back, out of sight, then all of a sudden pop in with a bit of wisdom out of nowhere. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything. I will. Hey, Cap.
Okay, let's check in on our crew. Quite a crew now, to be fair.
Battery levels are fully charged.
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean. Sure, and fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really. In my experience, it's spread real thin. Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last. Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else?
Where's Buddy Boy? Okay, I think it's time that our character slept. Right.
Captain Hawthorne used to be more dashing.
I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. Makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way. At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony? Nah, he was sorry for getting found out. Graham never cared about anybody but himself. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents? Yeah, That's what I thought. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Alright, let's find out. So we are bringing Felix and Parvati, I think, with us. Got some upgrades we can do. Awesome.
If it isn't the savior of Groundbreaker, what can I do for you? Be seeing you.
What can I do for you? Need some Adreno? It's good for you. Spacer's promise.
Oh, it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Still wearing the hat?
How observant. I'm authorized to state that this uniform is more than headgear. It's a state of mind, and our customers know the difference.
C&P chicken and potatoes at C&P.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order. But at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? Attaboy. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested? How big we talking? Not like Groundbreaker big, right? This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. Glad we understand each other. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Interesting. See what this is all about. Alright, let's fast travel to the Unreliable. Wonder why the ship is called that. Be interesting to figure that out. Okay, let's transfer some things again. So, for now, I know for a fact I'm not going to be using the shrink ray. So we're going to put that there. The vortex mace is another one that I'm not going to be using. Don't need that. All this stuff we can basically just dump here.
You're adjusting before you call. You're anticipating it.
Something busted, Captain?
Hey, Cap.
Okay, we tinkered with our weapons.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Awesome. Didn't mean to actually click on you though, pal. Magic bullets. Cool. Alright, let's go to where we need to go. HRS 1084. Let's go.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Let's go with Nyoka and Ellie this time. Why not?
Think there's a generator somewhere?
Sure, we've been here before. Okay, there's some enemies here, obviously. Could be wrong.
charging Automex. What are the chances they're friendly?
Lab 1084 station security. Error unable to access memory cartridge. Error terminal power below 5%. Terminal in maintenance mode. Restore power supply to station to resume normal terminal operations. Oh, that caught me off guard. Fair play. So I'll eat some of this stuff. There's nothing really to see. Lab 1084 High Security Containment Engineering Section Terminal. Generator status active, generator mode maintenance in brackets 2% output. Maintenance mode is active, minimal functions available. Main menu. Modify generator mode normal. View facility status reports. Alright. Lab 1084 High Security Containment. Critical issues 1. Non-critical issues 2. Critical issues issue 1. The toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush replacement parts ordered 1,243 days ago. Non-critical issues issue 1. Sensors indicate Alta Vitae gas is leaking from storage tanks. Alta Vitae gas is toxic to humans. Admin override. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the Alta Vitae gas tank storage room. Issue 2. Sensors detect that the new laboratory scent, quote-unquote, air fresheners is running low.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape. You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of Boris. But I'm in a sporting mood. I didn't say that. How did you gain access to that system? Stop it at once. Did you hit it yet? What's happening in there? I don't know who you are, but I have nothing to gain by risking my hide against a lunatic. Commander out.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Nice. I've never been great at de-escalation.
Lab 1084 High Security Containment Checkpoint Beta Personal Files Log Mama Bear. Lab 1084 High Security Containment Checkpoint Beta. Kimball come by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know, it's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step, okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electro Floor 3000 for my checkpoint, and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? Question mark. She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks.
I'll keep it down.
I ever meet the people responsible for this. I'm shooting first, never asking questions.
Holding tank 001 log. Subject Dr. Charles McNulty. Current status alive, unstable condition. Stasis setting active. Note subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. In gratitude, Dr. Ava Chartrand, Dr. L'Oreal Fall, Dr. James Guthrie, Dr. Claire Purcell. Holding tank 003 log. Subject Dr. James Guthrie. Current status alive, extremely unstable condition. Stasis setting active. Note subject will need extensive nuclein resequencing. I've never heard of that word before. For any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We'll come back for you all and fix this, I swear on it. Please forgive us. Dr. Ava Chartrand, Dr. Lorelei Fall. Holden Tank 002 log. Subject Dr. Claire Pearsall. Current status alive, unstable condition. Stasis setting active. Note subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time. I swear we'll bring you back. With love, Dr. Ava Chartrand, Dr. Lorelei Fall, Dr. James Guthrie. These are all sleeping compartments.
Watch your step. Lab 108 for Executive Records Classified Personal Terminal. Chartrand. It has been 1,217 days since last login. Security routines. Modify system access protocols. Insert sublight override cartridge. There we go. Systems access protocols. Transfer of administrative privileges successfully completed. Admin location groundbreaker admin user SL Boss A5. Access and override data displaying automated confirmation. If you're reading this, you're standing the legal property of Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight HQ to collect your cut. Lilia Hagen, Executive Director of Aggressive Acquisitions. Project summary. Alright, Executive Research Focus Group E177J4H. Purpose biological hybridization. Hybrid hybridization and assimilation strategies. Active team members E. Chartrand, L. Farl. Inactive team members J. Guthrie, C. McNulty, C. Purcell, T. Ryle. Guessing they are the ones in the chambers that are alive but in extremely they're basically on life support, in a coma. Goal: further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna. In brackets, classification CRAPT 1002, aka quote-unquote Raptidon. Messages. From redacted subject station morale. From redacted to lab 1084 subject station morale. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work subsedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there'll be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Logs. Charlie. Okay. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systematic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Laura walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken, it was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. Claire. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. James. This log is being entered by Dr. Farl. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments after all our sacrifices. It still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. So basically, they were experimenting on each other. Not exactly sure what for, but obviously whoever drew the short straw would do the experiments, which led to them obviously being in critical condition. Access outbound comms transcript. Transmission begins. E. Chartrand, is anyone listening on this frequency? Question mark. Redacted, who is this? Question mark. E. Chartrand, I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted redacted. Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission state is achieved. E. Chartrand, executive override password antediluvian. Redacted in brackets, audible sigh. What can I do for you, Doctor? Question mark. E. Chartrand, the board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius
Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? Question mark. Redacted, I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. Chartering the assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Hevesi Institute in Budapest. Redacted, one of my associates will reach out when we have an update. Chartrand, quote unquote, when? Question mark. Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? Question mark. What happened out there? Question mark. Redacted, Station 1084, misuse of this channel is a fireable offence, as is abusing your executive override, saving cases of emergency. Chartran, damn it, this is an and then the transmission ends. Executive override for user, Chartran, discontinued, duration indefinite. Alright, that's very interesting.
It's done. Now let's go get our money before Sublight sees what a creepy dump this place is.
Chartrand is that scientist, right? From Cascadia?
Okay.
Get you.
So, can you hear me? So, gonna get, like...
Gonna do what?
Gonna get a really cheap camera, right?
Right.
What do
Right, so I was just muting that because obviously there was some personal things said. That was an interesting little cutscene, that like last couple of seconds, because it was zooming out with us for some reason. Let's have one of these drinks. Can add consumables here. Very nice. Got a sawed-off shotgun. What's under here?
I can take a hint.
Yeah, we have been here before. Okay. I thought we did, because I'm sure we put them robots in them stations, but obviously they were loose when we came back out, so we killed them. I suppose we had to, really, if we're giving the station to... what's her name now? Lilia.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
I wouldn't let that happen to you anyway, pal. You know, if it came down to it, we would have destroyed them. So I wouldn't worry.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Okay, there's nothing really new apart from
Goodbye.
what she just said.
go back to the groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Okay, let's take Parvati and... Well, let's take Felix and Nyoka. We haven't had that combo yet. I think we might have actually, but... now that I remember the first time we went on the groundbreaker today in this stream.
So, just think.
Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's go back to Lilia. Gonna say why that wasn't open then, but I guess that was part of the puzzle.
Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Okay, well,
I bet you'll like Rebecca. What's up?
Come across another mission, so that's pretty cool.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain. I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
So I've seen, the perception is crossed out where we can't do it, but it does say rare gas in a lab that tested it on people, ? Couldn't have been a coincidence. Because that's what we discovered.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. I'm thinking more along the lines of the sapient species paradox.
I mean, we already know.
I read about that in one of my magazines. She's talking about aliens, right?
Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Again, the intelligence is not allowing me to do it. But the Sapiens paradox, you think this is about the discovery of intelligent life. So what we know, guys, is from the research that we've done. Unfortunately, we're not able to actually do that because I think you need to get the intelligence level and a few more talking things up to date. I'm just sorting my hair out at the minute. Fix that shit. There we go. But we obviously figured out that there's something to do with them hybrid animals. I forgot what they're called now already. But they're obviously testing themselves as well, drawing straws. We said all this when we were there. But it's just unfortunate we don't have the option because the intelligence and the other option wasn't high enough, I'm guessing.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial, Millstone. This is reality. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and or shooting.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside. Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us. Make us more like those monsters on Monarch. No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep. Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know. Tobias, get my knife. The big one. That was a joke. Ha ha. We each get one. Now, back to business.
Yeah, she's got banter. That's good. That's good to know.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments.
Yeah,
she sold
I knew
out her
that.
species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
No questions asked, boss? I like your style.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that. Is it done? I see. If you need directions to Byzantium, it's the big fancy one. Can't miss it. She's a traitor to her species. I'll rest easy once I know she's dead. Easier, anyway. I'm on a low-patience, high-stress diet at the moment, Captain. What is it? Not as much as I'd like. The board dispatched it to Earth on a resupply mission, I think. Why? Interesting. It's possible the board wanted the cruiser to disregard ancillary tasks. But to what end? I'll have someone look into it. But for the moment, we're pissing in the wind and shooting in the dark. Considering how you get around, you'll probably find answers before I do.
Got a point there. Alright, well, this Eva Chartrand, to be fair, does look like she deserves it from what I've read. Because she's using experiments against her colleagues. Not exactly sure. Maybe they're doing some kind of experimentation to modify themselves in some way, or to increase themselves in some way. I'm not exactly sure myself, but what I do know is that obviously she's not doing it for the right reasons. That's what we need to figure out, really. Alright. Let's get the show on the road. So we got 2 missions we picked up. Obviously completed one. So we need to speak to Phineas, obviously. That's the main quest. Where is this station meant to be? So we need to go to Harlow's base.
Good luck, Captain.
Much appreciated. All right.
There's a proper encampment.
Clyde. That's what you get. What was that? Did I get? What was that?
That's the last of them.
So this Harlow guy turned out to be a outlaw by the looks of it. Killed him without even realizing. Okay. We'll take this, take that. It's not like we're stealing anything because they're all dead anyway. Harlow's crew terminal, welcome to the high ground, soldier. Logs. Acquisitions log. Independent freighter, Cat's Meow Hall, contraband pharmaceuticals. Summary brought down salvaged cargo, ransomed crew. Independent freighter, getaway sticks, Hall subversive literature. Summary brought down salvaged cargo, crew joined up. Freighter Werewolf, Hull engine parts. Summary brought down salvaged cargo. Crew jettisoned in escape pod. As usual, we were able to intercept these ships despite how cleverly they masked their heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with that tracking data. Don't know how they get their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. Memo. Crew, I'm beginning to wonder about our quote-unquote patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest Wildcats, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through, ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up until I get answers. Stay skeptical. Harlow. Open last entry. Pirate code rule number 1, Harlow's the boss. Rule number 2, fuck the board. Rule number 3, why are you still reading, pig? Question mark. Wake up, if you've seen this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules, why? Because life's a game to you? Question mark. Maybe you like being played, you guzzle down that sense of security like it's purple berry flavoured opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals, it's not a revolution if we're using the weapons that they raised against us time and time again. From the front lines of the riots to the corporate sit-ins and, in brackets, error document, quote-unquote pirates code has exceeded character limit. Well, Harlow, I think you're a bit dead, mate, to be saying anything. to obviously our teammates. So you got in with the wrong crowd, mate. He attacked us first. There were attack on site, unfortunately, so we obviously attacked them in response. Can't see there anything else. Armor parts, nice. I don't think there was anything down here. Okay, we just went round in a full circle. There's nothing to see around here. It's good that you can just basically walk around these areas. Another amazing thing to this game. You can just literally walk around these areas and there's no like invisible barrier most of the time. You know, you can actually go to these areas. Okay. Sorry, Felix, pal, but you mixed in with the wrong people, my friend. I think the only thing I don't understand, unless it's like a universal spending thing. Come on then. That's just like a universal spending thing, where it's like an online, you know, people know if you rob it. But other than that, I don't know why we wouldn't just take the loot out of the vendor machines if there's no one here to reprimand you or catch you. So, okay.
Dead center. Next round's on you.
The captain's coming. Put your gun away. Act casual.
Something on your mind?
Something busted, Captain?
Hey, Cap.
Yeah, we got a chest dummy. Don't know why you'd be scared to show me that, but there you go. Got nothing against you having a bit of practice, pal.
Are you out of your mind? What was that? What, did Clyde look at you funny and you just opened fire? You just killed the guy. Please tell me you've got some half-decent reason for doing what you did. I don't know. Maybe since he was my childhood friend.
Trophy earned anything
Didn't
for
need
a
some time
friend.
to myself. Good to see you, boss.
Well, sorry, pal, but we needed to do it. So I've got 2 quests to go to Byzantium, wherever that is. Okay, who has the shotgun? Is it you? Okay, good. Okay, we definitely need to do that mission, so let's go back to Edgewater. I've been here since the start of the game.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Great stuff.
Do return in one piece.
Of course. Okay. Let's go.
Don't mess with us. Got nimble fingers, Captain. Making it look easy.
So Edgewater's gone to shit.
Easy.
that so fast.
That'll do. Scorched Journal. After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board would build the mechanicals with custom tooled parts, right? ? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours of experimentation, things are starting to come together, but I still don't have it down to an exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. When I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound and refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with a wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds. And the damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try removing the processing core again and giving it a few more good whacks. That'll learn it. That'll teach it, you mean? Well, hate to say it, pal, but don't think it will. Swear we destroyed all the robots there, so it's a good thing. It's good that they don't respawn again then.
I'd wager this is the outcome. Rebecca! Anders! You got the drop on us. Nice one!
Trophy in, patient N.
Love a quick fight.
Nice. Guessing we were meant to go in this building. Okay, let's go in.